Let's have a little look around the Enzo. I've drove this down from the UK. You just get to know a car if you spend time with it. I've done about 1,500 miles in this already. I thought I'd just take you around it, some of the things on it that are unique to an Enzo. First off, the key. There isn't an alarm or anything on this car. You have to open it, all the doors by the key. There's no central locking. They tell me it's for lightness. Open it up. Very Spartan, this car. From the Zonda to getting into this, the bit I just can't get over, there is no entertainment, there's no radio, nothing. It's just built for driving this car. To open it, start opening up the flaps. First flap here, petrol filler. If you own one of these cars, you'll be using that a lot. Seems to be getting about 18 to the gallon out of it, but not too bad. Does about 280 miles a tank, something like that. Next one, the engine. Oh, we should give it a good tug, because it's got stops on both sides and they don't always pop. It's a very flimsy sort of cover, this one. When you put it up and down, oh, you have to be pretty careful it doesn't catch on the bodywork, because you can sort of see it's all like this. The Zonda one's much stiffer. And then there's this rod here, which you then support through there, and it goes up onto this and just clips onto there. Fantastic engine though. This engine is all about horsepower. 6 litre, 650 horsepower. Zonda engine, 7.3 litre, massive torque. It's about 30% more torque than the Enzo, but it can't match the 650 horsepower. Overhead, the shocker's always sitting on top. I have heard, never experienced it, but they tell me that these can get seriously hot if you're going around a Nürburgring or something like that, because the cats are coming through here. This is a very hot area, and it can boil the fluid in the dampers and you end up with no damping. I think that's a bit extreme, but it's just something you know. Also, this car's got the standard exhaust, which is incredibly rare. Everybody wants to have more noise on their Enzo, but I think it's absolutely perfect. It's got valving. You can see this is hardly got any soot on it. It's always working, that one. And then the other one opens up over 3,500 RPM. Huge howl from the engine, and you're really rocketing down the road. Big diffuser. When I look at the back of this, I don't think it's the best bit of the Enzo. I just sort of see its panel gaps aren't quite what I want them to be. This thing is quite a big gap here, because actually this is a wing. So you go up in speed, the wing pops up, you see it in your rear view mirror as the wing's exposed and just sits there like on a Porsche Cayman or something like that, or Boxster. It just sits up once you're over a certain speed. Go around to the front. If you want to pop the front bonnet, it's here. And this is your luggage space in an Enzo. It's not huge. Oh dear, what to say. There we go. Room for the infamous squashy bag. That's your lot. Tools, things to blow up the tyres, stuff like that. Fitted trickle charger. For some reason, not sure why, I've got a spare accelerator pedal. Can't see I'd ever use it, but anyway, it's always nice there's a spare on board. Again, horizontal dampers at the front. You can just see the reservoirs there. Very race car. Different sort of carbon finish to a Zonda as well. Much bigger weave, and just not finished off in that sort of gloss way that Pagani do so well. Still a fabulous looking car. You know, we think it's 9 years old. There is nothing else like this with this sort of F1 look at the front. I think it looks absolutely superb and is wearing its age very, very well. If we go inside next, first things you notice, manual winders on the window. Oh, let's get in. Get in here. Manual winders on the window. Bring the door down. What I like about these is they go all the way down. Quite a lot of cars with peculiar funny doors sort of stop here, but this is a proper window all the way down. Start the car, key in here. Really annoying on the key, I think, is it twists. Gives you, you think, oh, I can start it, but you can't. Start it on the button here. We won't start it just because we have too much noise. Other peculiarities, this sort of thing. It's got these peculiar, look like wing nuts on all the stalks. It's got one this side as well. On this side it does the dip and main beam. On this one it changes the speed of the wipers from 1 to high speed or whatever. Carbon fibre paddles, beautifully positioned. You change up lights along here, and then with this button I can change the screens, we'll have a look at later, but I can change between looking at tyre pressures, looking at a sort of log of what sort of speeds I've been doing, so you're not looking at that one, and then just temperature of the oil and things like that. Manual control for the ventilation, and if you look down under this dash, it's completely open. This really is a race car. I couldn't get over against the Zonda, the luxury of the Zonda. So much more sound deadening on the Zonda. I've got speakers, I've got radio, etc. And looking at between the two cars, I can't believe Pagani somehow got their car down to 1,250 kilos, and this is 1,365 kilos or thereabouts, because it is completely stripped out. You're wandering down the road in this, and there's any pebble, you hear every single pebble in this car through the thing. There is not any sound deadening whatsoever in this car. But the more I drive it, I have to say, the more I like it. And up on roads like this, it is spectacularly good fun. Such a screaming engine, gives you real confidence steering. It's a super sharp turn-in. It's not particularly ratsing, say, on the motorway, but up here you can see what it is, and it's just absolutely in its element.